Okay, I'm just going to take you through the basics of Interactive Brokers TWS, which stands for the Trader Workstation. Assuming that you've opened an account and you already have downloaded TWS, you will have the icon here on your desktop. You will double click it like so, and it should start to load up. What I intend to share with you today is how to log into your demo account so you can learn the very basics of using TWS. And then we will do additional lessons on how to lay out your TWS workstation. So how to place your watch list, your portfolio, your orders, the trade order book, charts that you will need, and then we'll also look into other tools that you might, uh, well, I highly recommend that you also install so you can get the edge when you're trading or investing in equities or commodities. Okay, so assuming that you've now opened up the screen like so, you can actually see that you're faced with two options: live trading. This is when you're trading live with your real money, and paper trading, also known as a demo account. Okay, so you've got virtual money, it's not real money, and then you can trade, you can buy, you could do exactly the same as a live account, except you're not investing your own capital. In this case, I'm going to just log in as uh, in my demo account so I can show you around. So I'm just going to do that now. Okay, so it's now logging in. It does take a little bit of time. Uh, And for those that are interested to know more about the application, it's actually developed in Java, and you can actually extend some of the functionalities yourself via the TWS API. We won't be covering this in this lesson. I'm just waiting for it to load up. It's starting to load up now. It does take a little bit of time, and it has some windows that load up. Yeah, just keeps going to the other screen. Okay, so you are faced with a current existing layout, and what I want to teach you today is how you can customize your layout. Okay, I personally would recommend you have at least two, three, four, even up to six monitors. The more monitors, the better, because you can lay out your workflow. You can lay out your desktop in such a way that it's more effective for you to trade professionally and effectively. But we can see here we have a chart, we have a few things like portfolio, favorites, US movers, for example. And this is what I mean by a watch list. You can add other assets like IQE, for example. I click on it, it tells me what kind of asset it is. In this case, it's IQE PLC. It's a London Stock Exchange. LSE stands for London Stock Exchange, and you click stock, and then you add it here. Of course, this is not a live market. This was one of my shares. I sold it last week. But yeah, definitely was a good hold on a long term. It's gone up to 14% on Friday. Of course, today is Sunday. The market's closed. Markets opens at 8:30 in the morning and close at 4 p.m. in the UK. Of course, there's pre-trading hours, so before trading starts officially, and then after trading as well, which goes on after 4:30. Okay. But in this lesson, what we want to focus on is how to lay out your screen. assuming that you only have one screen, which is highly unadvisable to only work on one screen because it will get really messy. But I'm just going to show you how you could do one screen, and then I'm going to show you another screen, and you need to use your imagination because currently I can't share two screens on Zoom, otherwise you won't be able to get a clear view of the layout. But assuming that there are multiple screens, multiple layouts, you can lay out your page in a more professional way rather than having it all together like this. Okay. First thing you need to learn is that you need to unlock the layout, assuming this you want to now get rid of all this. So you click on this. If you can see it here, there is a symbol of a lock. So you can see a lock on the screen. So I want you to click on it. And now it appears you have this green layout, okay? A border, okay, a green border. What you want to do in this case is you want to now remove everything on the screen. So let's just remove this. You click on close, it starts to close. I'm going to say do not display this message again. Say yes to close everything on the screen. Okay, like so. You've got a clean screen now, okay? You can use an existing template, okay? Or you can create your own custom layout. Okay, I'm going to create our own custom layout. That's the whole purpose of this. So you can start learning what you can add on the page. So you simply, it says here start here, right? So it's very self-explanatory. I know some people find it difficult to, just do the most basic things. But I'm trying to tailor for everyone, even people that are not very tech savvy, even at a very basic level. Assuming that you know how to switch on the computer and double click on an icon, you'll be fine. Okay. So in this case, you're going to just follow the instructions. It says start here. So new window, and then all you've got all these options. You've got so many different options you can add on the screen right now. Okay. Assuming the first thing we want to add is our portfolio. Okay, a portfolio box. So you click on portfolio like so. Right, so it gives us a standard portfolio. You can move the portfolio around the screen. You can position it anywhere you like. You can resize it like so. Okay, so assuming I want the portfolio to appear right at the top of the screen, and I just want to take this whole section. You can also add extra tabs by clicking the plus button. So I can click a tab here and it says watch list. Okay, it's just to save space. So you got there's a space, but we need every little piece of real estate we can get on the screen. So we're gonna create a tab. We're gonna click on watch list, like so. Okay, you'll be faced with optional, predefined watch lists, like so. These are different watch lists that were created in the past. So it gives us that, or you can create a new watch list. You can also create a new scanner. Scanner is more proactive. So what it will do is scan the market based on predefined filters. So for example, you want to scan the market for all the highest movers today. Okay, so assuming today is like a Monday and market just opened, you want to find the top 10 companies that increased by, let's say, 10% on the share price. At the same time, you want a company that has low or zero debts, for example, or a company that has increased by, let's say, 10% year on year on net profits. Okay, so you can add these fields or filters to the conditions, and then you get a real-time scan every time, and it will give you these companies. The more filters you add, the smaller the list will be. Okay, and that's the whole idea. You can't look at like 1,000 companies at the same time, right? So you want to filter out based on your preference. when if you want to invest in certain companies in certain sectors, and so on. Okay, we can look at that later, or you can explore it yourself. We're going to do the very basic here and just click on new watch list. Now, this is your watch list. You add a ticker, like I showed you previously. Just type the name. For example, we could put ITV, click enter, and it's asked you what kind of asset it is. Is it a stock? Is it option, structured products, CFDs, corporate bonds? You would choose the asset type. But in this case, since we're talking about stocks, equity, shares, we'll click on stock. Now you've got here the name of the instrument, the last price. Someone actually asked me what last stands for. So this is the last price, last traded price, the change, and the percentage. You can add extra filters, okay, by clicking this, config here icon. You can see it like a plug, okay. So you can click on that, and then you can add extra filters. Okay, so let's click on settings, and then you have these are the columns. You can add extra stuff. For example, you can add company name, for example. So you add it here like that. What else would you like to add? Industry, maybe that will help you. Okay, so let's just assume this is what you want to add. There are other things that you can add also. You can see so many different things here, or you can search for it. Okay, so for example, I like to always have price to book. Price book. Yeah, right. Okay, so I like to have that on my watch list. Okay. Perhaps you want to know what analysts think of this stock, for example. So we can say analyst ratings, average rating as an example. Okay. And then you can move things around. So say, for example, I like average rating to be right at the top, so the first column. So I'll just move it to the top, like so. Okay, maybe we can have, company name, industry. So yeah, let's just move this part, the last price, next to the company name, the change in percentage next to the last, and last percentage, we can put it down here. So we have industry and price book at the end, okay? Maybe we can move the industry right just under average rating. So as soon as I click on apply, what do we see here? We see it's got a hold. Maybe we can adjust the width of the column like so. Just drag and move it. Industry, let's move this a bit as well, like so. So now it looks a little bit clearer. So we've got a hold, rating, the industry is entertainment, the instrument ID is ITV, the company name is ITV PLC, last price, change, percentage, and price to book. Okay, so I already created a short video on fundamental analysis, and I discuss price book also. And I will do other videos. You could ask me to create other videos and go into more in depth into fundamental analysis and technical analysis, and we'll do that. So based on your requirements or the requirements of the individuals that are part of our community. So you can add different, you could add it here or anywhere. As you can see, we've got two now boxes, tables. So we could just add IQE here, for example. Okay, so likewise the same stock. Now, the best way to learn is you need to copy, not just watch it. It's exactly the same as learning how to drive a car. You don't watch videos on people driving cars. You actually need to go behind the wheel. So I recommend if you haven't done so already, is to log in to your Interactive Brokers TWS and follow along. Do exactly what I'm doing. Even if you don't like my layout, you could design your own layout, but try to copy the same and then adjust it the way you like it. Okay, so this is the way I would prefer to have my layout. So I would have a portfolio here, and this will give you the amount, the investment. So currently we have Jet 2, we have 100 shares in that, and it's gone up by £18. Okay, so that's just an idea of current layout, the cash and the US cash as well. So this is again, once again, this is the paper demo account. So you can actually see what we've got. There are many ways you can place an order, buy shares. There are many ways to do it. We'll give you some examples of ways to do it, but let's just finish first the layout, okay? Perhaps the next thing we can add is a chart. So let's just go add a chart now. Click on chart. And I highly encourage you to go through this list and, test each, box and feature and tools and so on, different windows, just play around, okay? I encourage you to do it. If you don't like something, you can just remove it, okay? Don't be afraid. Advanced charts, in this case, and you can position it the same way, any way you like. I can move it around. As you can see, I can place the chart, let's say, down here. Okay, so I've got the chart here now. And so this tricky part is just adjusting it. Okay, so let's just say we'll take this much space. Okay. So I've got IQE here. If I click on Jet 2, it should change to the Jet 2. Okay. So you can see I can change by just clicking on the instrument ID. If I go on the watch list, I've got ITV here, click on ITV, it will change the chart. The reason it does this is because I've linked all the boxes together, okay? The way to do it is you click here, the chain symbol, and you click on it. You can change now the different groups. So let's say I put this one as group 1. When I click anywhere else, like IQE, the chart wouldn't change. Why wouldn't it change? Because this is now, this box is part of group 1. And this box here, as you click on the chain, is part of group 5. Okay, or 4 or 5. Okay, let's put it to group 1. So now this is the same group. You can see the color is exactly the same. And I can see also this one, I put that one to group 1 as well. So this is all now connected together. So it's the same group. Okay, same color. You can see chain is red, this is red, and this is red. Now, when I click on IQE, like so, you can changes the chart here. Okay. Next thing I want to add here is maybe a trade book. Let's try looking for trade. So this is trade history, quote details, watch list, portfolio, order entry, toolbox. We just want to keep looking around for different options. As you can see, book trader. I like doing book trader because I can see like a ladder. Okay, so I'll do the book trader as well. Okay, so yeah, data market permission, cancel this for now. And then it's not moving. Seem to be stuck. Is there something else that's let's adjust the width of this. So you just need to adjust the width here. Come on. There we go. So I'll put the book trader here. I can adjust this of course the market's closed, but assuming the market's open, this would be buy and sell. So if I wanted to buy here, I would click here. buy, it will tell me transmit your order. And I say transmit, place an order here. And then when I want to sell, I just click. It's annoying when this happens. Okay, so if I want to sell, I just click here and I say have new order. It goes, don't show this again. Yes. Then I say transmit. Okay, so this is like, because it's the first time and so on, it has this issue. I just don't like it to show this, so don't show this again. It's pop-ups, and also I can keep it armed. So as soon as I click, I can just place an order straight away. So this will be the selling, and this will be buying. Okay, so if I want to buy shares, I just click on it, and it will update here, and likewise here again. Okay, so yeah, I've got the orders now. Imagine the prices are changing, so I'm buying and selling. I could place orders immediately here. Of course, if you don't want to do that and you want to be warned in case you have a clicking problem and you just click around on the screen, you could be buying and selling unintentionally. I would remove the armed. Okay, so I'll just remove this. Right click on here. It should be removing. For some reason, it's not. Maybe there is something open somewhere. Okay, let's lock this up. Save changes. Can we unarm it? There you go. So we can unarm it. The reason why I couldn't before, and it had an issue because I had it unlocked. So you can see this layout edit mode. It has a problem. So I need to lock it first, save changes, and then now I can arm and unarm. Okay. So it gives me the warning. Yes, if you click anywhere, it will place an order. So yeah, definitely it's something to watch out for. Okay. All right. So as you can see also, if you notice, there are two boxes that appeared here. One is a buy and one is a sell. Okay, so it shows us on the chart where we place our orders with a buy and sell. Okay, so this is another way of placing orders. So let me just cancel the orders. Okay, so I've cancelled now the two.
Order cancelled.
Cancelled the two orders. It's being cancelled, as you can see. And I'm going to show you how we're going to place orders again. Okay, so let's assume we want to place order this time on the chart. And I want to place an order, let's say 31.65. I could just click that plus button like so, and I say buy. Yes, just don't remind me again. And basically it's on gray. As you can see down here, it says transmit. It's just like just before it transmits the order, it gives you that warning just in case you want to change the price or whatever. I prefer to click on that gray box, click on it like so. Okay, and then you can change the quantity. Of course, you can have a default quantity. Let's say we want to buy 10,000 shares instead. So we change the value. We also change time in force. So this day basically means you put in a limit order for the day. So the market, like I said, opens at 8:30, closes at 4:30. Okay, so if your order is not executed between that period, it gets cancelled automatically. Let's assume that we don't want that. We want it to stay alive until we decide to cancel it. So you change the time in force to good to till cancel, GTC. So click on GTC. There are different options, of course. You can have a look at all of them, right? But let's just say we go GTC. This is my personal preference. Once I decided where I want to buy, I would then place the limit order as good till cancel. Okay, so now I want to preview before I accept. It tells me the value is 3,175. I'm paying £3 commission. Therefore, the total that's going to be debited from my balance is 3,178. You can see here what we have and the initial margin. Ignore all that for now. All you care about is currently we're going to be spending this much for this order. We can discuss all these little pieces of information, initial maintenance margin, all that stuff. It's not relevant at the moment, but this is what you need to focus on. And the price, limit price is 31.75. Okay. So I click transmit. Again, it gives you just auto cancel date. By default, it's set up a default date. So yeah, it's going to be going on until October, as you can see here. So the 10th month, which is October, and we're in almost the end of May. Okay. So don't display this message again because I don't like these annoying pop-ups. So I just say don't display it again. Say okay. So and also likewise, if I wanted to, predefine where I'm going to enter, where I'm going to exit. So let's assume that, yeah, this is executed. I'm now in the market and I want to now sell up here. Okay, let's say I want to sell it at 72.7. Okay, 72.7. Let's whatever, just put it here. Like once again, I click sell IQE. I click on default, and this time I want to clear up the position. So the last use is 10,000. Again, I want to put good till cancel, GTC. I'm going to preview, and now it's telling me once it's sold, we paid 3,000 something for it. Now we want to sell it for 7,200. And this time I'm going to pay the commission and fees is £3.62. Okay, and I click transmit. Now you can see the red is for sell and the green, the blue is for buy. Okay, of course, none of these orders have been activated, so it's not an active position. But yeah, assuming it did trigger this, now it will sell. Once it does hit that price, it will automatically fill and sell the asset. Okay, in this case, it's IQE, which is a semiconductor, which has an average rating of a buy at the moment. Okay. Okay, so this is just some of the, layouts and so on. So you can play around. I prefer to place my orders on the chart or using the book trader. Okay, the ladder book or whatever you want to call it. Okay, trade ladder or whatever. Yeah, it goes by so many different names. I think if someone has got just like a single screen, this layout could work for them. You can add extra stuff. Let's say I wanted to create a new window and I want to have news. So for example, news. I can actually put a video and I can put Bloomberg TV. So let's do that here. As you can see, this is floating. And yeah, so I can play the TV channel. Okay, and likewise, you can switch it off completely. Yeah, I'm just looking at it here, so you can actually make it bigger if you want. Just move it, just go to the other screen. Yeah, so now you can see that I've got the TV channel going. Of course, you could place it on a different screen. So this could be your basic working environment and so on. And on the other screen, you could have news. You could be watching, live news coming in, news flows coming in, RNS, announcements from each company in your portfolio. Assuming that, let's say, I've got hundreds of companies here, so anything relevant to the companies would be shown. You could also right-click on the actual instrument, like so. So if I just right-click here, and it can tell you here news and research. It'll be news and research related to the actual asset. Okay, so you can read stuff that's relevant to the actual asset. You could also basically look at all these different options. What I personally would be interested in, just remove this one for a second. So let me close the window. This TV channel, this is corrupting. Yeah, so now I can click on, let's say I click on here, uh, down here. I'll fix this issue, which keeps refreshing all the time. And I could click on financial instrument information description. You should open another window shortly. So this is some of the information I would use for the fundamental analysis. So I can identify the high price, the low price of the year, market capitalization, all that stuff. This is all the fundamental. It tells you here fundamental. So this is all fundamental analysis. You've got the balance sheet, income statement, and so on. So if I was to just click on financial summary, just click on it here. Should once again, it's gone to a different window. But let's just say now we open this up. Okay, so this is a very interesting page. Okay, so currently IQE is 45. The analysts are targeting at 45, so it's pretty much the same. Okay, it's not gone up much from there. Still at the same price. So that's where they're saying this is the target. It's a buy rating. You could get a breakdown of the buys. So you've got buy and hold. So this is one hold and one buy. One analyst is saying hold the stock, and the other analyst is saying should be buying it. Okay, you can see some of the financials, the net profits, margins is dropping. Yeah, you could see the revenue and all that stuff, right? You can see a breakdown of the ownership. So there's about 41% institution holding the shares of the company. Others are like basically me and you, private investors. And then you can place your orders here as well. So you can actually buy and sell. Like I said before, there are actually so many ways you could do exactly the same function. So you could buy and sell in so many different ways. Okay, it all does the same thing, right? So you don't have to worry about it. It's not just one way. There's no correct way. There's always so many ways you could do exactly the same action. Okay, so this would be a good place to start. Okay, and this will be updated once the market is live again. So you get updated information if there's any change to this. In our case, we're just going to close this down. We'll be interested in the fundamental analysis to identify whether this is a good company to invest in or not. My personal recommendation is to invest in companies with low or zero debts, okay, and companies that have a good margin of profit, are profitable historically over the say at least the last 5 years. They have been incrementally increasing their profit margins, increasing their net profit, their income. They have strong cash flow, financially in a good, healthy state. Okay, just to put it in summary. And then I would use technical analysis, the indicators and so on, the charts and so on, also known as price action. I'll use that to identify a good entry for my trades. I would look for the price action and the news and so on to identify where I should enter and where I should potentially take a profit or exit the trade. Okay, so this is where I would use the technical analysis. But first, you start off with the fundamentals, identify if this is a good company to invest in or not. Okay, let's close this down. Of course, you can place this on a different screen, so you can always have information being updated. Again, you can link it to the same group, so group one, or you can have it on a different group. The more screens, the better, like I said. So you can actually place different bits of information, windows on different screens, so you're not clogged into one screen and it gets cluttered. Okay. I think we covered pretty much a lot of information in this video. If there's anything in particular you want to learn or you want to, find out more about, please do ask, and I can share it in the next video. I'm trying to go a little bit slower now because I am aware that a lot of people are at different levels. There are people that are absolute beginners. They've never traded in their life. They don't even know what shares are or what commodities are. I've had someone ask me what's a gold, gold contract, what's a futures contract, what's a spot, what's the difference between forward and a, a forward and a spot and futures and all that stuff. So people are asking me different questions, which kind of makes me feel, yeah, maybe I'm going too fast, by talking about, PE ratios and fundamental analysis, stuff like that. And people do want to get into trading, investing, build a strong foundation for their future. So yeah, I want to help everyone out, and this is why I'm making these videos. Of course, you have to have a burning desire to succeed, otherwise you're not going to make it. No one's going to hold your hands and teach you how to suck eggs and stuff. You need to be a little bit proactive. You need to go on YouTube and search, do your own research. Don't just wait for tips and someone to tell you invest here or here, and don't give your money to anyone to invest on your behalf. You have to make your own investments, and you have to understand exactly how to value investments. Okay, it's not rocket science. It's very simple. Anyone can do it. I think even children can get into trading if they wanted to. It's very simple. There are some basic rules. You follow them, and yeah, definitely anyone can succeed in this if they want it. Okay. So before I just want to ask everyone a favor, here. Before you ask me a question, please make sure you watch the video. Please make sure you've downloaded TWS. I've been getting questions for people that are not even with interactive brokers. Okay, and they ask me stuff as if they've got the software, as if they've signed up. And when I tell them what to do and I want to do like a one-on-one with them, they tell me they haven't even signed up yet with a broker, interactive brokers or any other broker. They haven't downloaded any software. So I find it a bit strange they ask me stuff. It's like someone asking me how to drive a car and they don't have a car and they've never seen a car in their life. It's just, yeah, you won't learn anything. You won't learn anything by me recording a video of trading. You won't benefit. Yes, you can see me making money, but you are not going to make money. The purpose here is not me to make money. It's for you to make money. When you succeed, I've succeeded in teaching you how to be successful. My success is based on you making money and being profitable and succeeding in life and moving up and not complaining about your financial situation and not pointing fingers here and there and saying, oh, he's lucky and he's not lucky and he's that. You need to focus on yourself and have a bigger vision, a bigger goal in life. Don't just have a selfish reason. There are a lot of people that are selfish in the world and just thinking about themselves. No, I want you to have a bigger goal. I want you to think, I want to make X amount so I can give away half of it for the sake of Allah, for the sake of God, to help my community, to help others that don't have that privilege to earn, don't have that privilege to do what you can do. There are people in the world that are in a dire situation. And don't just say, oh, I wish, yeah, I pray for them. No, Allah doesn't want this from you. God does not want this from you. He wants you to be proactive, take action, and build your future so you can help others. You could be a means of helping others around the world, especially in Palestine. So please stand on your own 2 feet, use your own legs. Don't expect anyone to carry you and to walk for you. You need to use your own legs and walk and build your future so you can be an inspiration and help others around you. Okay, not people that have just put their hand out and ask you for help. No, the people that truly deserve it. Okay, people that truly deserve it. People that are unable to help themselves. Those are the people that truly deserve help. Okay, not the ones that send you messages and ask you to send them money, not people trying to get rich via begging, by asking people for, to just to, and they're able-bodied, they're able to work, they're able to study and work and do all that stuff, right? So unfortunately, we're in a very bad time at the moment where people are, they prefer the easy life, not being beneficial to others. And we have to be different. Okay. That's why I want to help people that are sincere and genuine, that want to make a big difference in the world and be a service to others. Because service to many leads to greatness. Okay. Yeah, the other thing is you can see, notice here, you see it's got two orders. If you click on it, you actually see your orders that we've added today. Make it bigger. You can actually see it here. Place two orders, sell and buy. And these are the two orders that we cancelled. So you can see all our activity, our history. It's all here. This is all self-explanatory. It's very easy to see it. I mean, you can just play around with don't be afraid to click buttons. Nothing's going to happen. No one's going to bite you. Just click on the buttons, create your own layout, share your layout with me, try different things, try the scanners, try the mosaic scanner, for example. Click on mosaic scanner. There you go. You can look at European stocks. It's just European active movers and say done. And it will list all the different European stocks you can see here, gives you different things. You could edit the scanner, customize. Like I said before, you can add the location universe, also known as universe. This has got stock and it's got ME, which is Middle East, Asia, Europe. Okay, in our case, we're going to click on Europe. It's Europe, yep, because it clicked. Yep, and then we're going to look for London Stock Exchange. You can see it, it's just here. Okay, LSE stands for London Stock Exchange. Just click on that again. You should add it. Maybe it's hanged up somewhere. There we go. So it's highlighted now. You can filter by industry. Let's say I want to do basic materials. All industries you could change whatever you want. In this case, we just leave it as that, otherwise it will filter too much. So as you see, it's narrowing down every time. You can fill fields and filters. You can choose different fields and filters. Again, I prefer to have instrument name, company name. I want to maybe have, maybe we could put price to book or PE ratio, dividend yield. How much dividends do they pay in a year? Dividend yield. Okay. Price to book. Okay. And let's just click done for now. Okay. So you could just see now, we have the name here. You could actually move it. As you can see, let's move it. Yes, move company name. So company name, the instrument ID, last price, the change, volume, the yield. This is how much they're paying in yield. This company is paying 14.6%. Okay. This is Central Asian Metals, CAML. I can also add it here. So you can CAML, enter. Again, select stock. And as you can see, that's it. So this is paying about 14% a year. So this is an income producing asset, income producing share. So I would recommend the company. I've bought the company, sold it a couple of times. So I think it's really good for someone that's like a passive investor. Every month you may transfer a certain amount to your broker, buy shares in a company, and just hold it and get paid regular dividends, whether it's quarterly or semi-annually. You need to look into that. It actually tells you there in the fundamental analysis. You can actually see it in your fundamentals when they pay the dividends and so on. So yeah, it's pretty good. 14% return. on your investment is pretty good, in my opinion. So yeah, definitely you can diversify in different assets. You don't just put all your eggs in one basket, just in mining. You can diversify in uh, other types of industries and companies and asset classes as well. But yeah, this is just the very basic uh, training that I want to give you. I've spoken quite a lot. I've shared quite a lot here. I think it's overwhelming for you now. And the next thing I want to show you, maybe in the next video, because I don't want to bombard you with too much, is TradingView, which I'll go into as an additional tool that you can connect to your TWS and use it side by side with TWS. Okay, so we'll look into that perhaps in the next video. I have it down here. I'll just give you a quick look at it as well, just to give you an idea. It's more slick, in my opinion. Yeah, you can add different indicators. I've got my own indicator which I switched off here. Umacom price action. It's private, so it's something that I use for my analysis. You can use different indicators, but we'll go into it later. Once again, you can add different tabs at the top. I like to look at the commodities, the support and resistance. These are just indicators and so on. So it's not accurate, okay, and it changes all the time, okay. So you know the conditions change. So don't just take it as gospel, you know, like this is the support now, this is the resistance, and so on. No, you don't do that because that's was on that day, that was on Friday. On Monday is going to be different. So you can't just base something on the past, okay? You always have to update your calculations and update where support and resistance are, the intrinsic value of a stock or an asset, and so on, before you decide what to trade. Okay. So likewise, yes, definitely you could do quite a lot here. Open a new window. You can create a new tab. You could look at different assets, different shares, have different indicators, uh, rewind. But we will go into that perhaps in another video because there's quite a lot to share here. And I think I've given you quite a lot, you know, for someone that's completely new to this and they've just signed up and they've got TWS on their computer now and they just wanted to lay out. To sign up to your live account, it's exactly the same. So if you signed up from here, if I logged out, if I just close this whole thing down, and say, yes, I am sure I want to exit. Don't display this again. And now it logs out. It's exactly the same. When you want to log into your live account, again, you can, you know, double click on the icon like so. And just wait for it to load up. Yep. And like I said before, instead of paper trading, you click on live trading and just enter your username and password. It'll be pretty much the same. There's extra security. They will send you a code on your mobile, depends on your uh, two-factor two-factor authentication method. They will send you a code and you would log in exactly the same way. Okay, so I will log in just to give you an idea of how my layout looks, at least one of the screens. You're not going to see all the screens, but at least you get the feel of my layout and the shares that I currently look at. Once again, I need to go into my mobile to get the second part of the details. So this is the second factor authentication, as you can see here. And I'm just gonna get the code and just put it in here. Yeah, it's gonna change again. I think that's right. Just wait for it to load up. It does take a bit of time. Just wait until it loads up. So it's loaded up now. As you can see, my watch list is down here. I've got different things that I look at the same time. These are the main uh, assets that I look at, the shares that I look at. And I usually, like order it in from the lowest or the shares that dropped on. I've got here wrong. This is the gold contract that shouldn't be there. But yeah, all this is just the shares from London Stock Exchange. So I usually order the list and it just keeps going on. That's some of the shares that I'm currently looking at. Up here is a scanner. As you can see, it's Edit Scanner. And this is all the chemical companies. So I look at the chemical companies. I look at tech movers. Again, that's another scanner. It looks at text. I look at the orders that I've placed. The watch list 3, I need to rename it. So you could just rename it by double right clicking here, like so. You rename the watch list and I can call it interest or watch list, whatever. I can just add watch WL. I can change the name to anything I want. So yeah, you can rename the different tabs. Okay. What else we could look at? I look at futures contracts as well. So I look at that. So you can see the prices are not actually moving because the market's closed at the moment. And so that's pretty much really it, really. I'm just going on a bit to give you an idea. Again, if I just right click on CAML and if I click on charts, and I can just click on advanced charts like so. It loads up the chart here. Okay, you can see because I've got a 1 minute interval, I can change it to a 1 day. So now each bar is 1 day. I've got order, I've got I'm buying order down here. Okay, this is my entry price. And likewise, I can place an exit price just here. If I right click here, say sell. So I can place my sell order as well on the thing. So this is my order, the buy and the sell would be here. Yeah, there's different things that you could look at. You can look at the indicators. You can add indicators. So yeah, pretty much it's exactly the same as a paper account. Now I've given you an idea of the paper account. You can apply exactly the same layouts and rules and everything you want to add on your live account. Once you've done that, please let me know so I can continue on with future lessons. You can also arrange a one-to-one Zoom meeting with me. We can go through some of the training and so on. So at least you're comfortable with your TWS trading platform. I'm more than happy to do that with anyone that wants to learn. And of course, we'll record it so other people can benefit. And it's all free of charge. There's no cost. I'm not selling courses or anything like that, like others. I'm happy, alhamdulillah, with what I'm doing in trading. So I'm pleased. I'm satisfied. I don't need to make money by selling courses. So I prefer to give it for the sake of Allah, for the sake of humanity, to help as many people as possible. And I'll be more satisfied when others can succeed, even if they become more successful than myself. If you can do 10x what I'm making, I'll be more than happy for you, and I'll be more than happy because it means that I've succeeded in teaching someone how to fish. Rather than giving someone a fish and feeding them for a day, I teach you how to feed yourself, feed your family, feed your community, and you have now a trade, a skill that you can apply wherever you are in life and at any place in the world. As long as you can open a trading account, a brokerage account, you can trade, you can make money yourself and support yourself without depending on others to support you. Okay, I think we covered quite a lot, like I said, and every time I keep going a little bit more because I'm trying to give you as much value as possible. So I'm going to stop here and then we'll review the video, upload it on YouTube, and I hope it benefits someone. Okay, take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.